Tonight on News 3 at 10, a fire at an apartment complex in Beloit displaces dozens. We'll talk to one of them. Plus, wildfires ravage Northern California, killing 5 and threatening thousands of other lives. And an event in Madison today is raising money and awareness about diabetes.
This is News 3 at 10.
Good evening. Dozens of people in Beloit are still without a home after a fire tore through their apartment complex late last night. Rock County reporter Adam Duxter joins us from our bureau in Janesville with the latest.
Officials say it's about 36 people who are displaced from that apartment tonight. Today, I spent some time catching up with people who have lost almost everything in the last 24 hours.
The roof is tarped over, the windows are boarded, and dozens of people are left without a place to go. Brendan Grady Johnson was inside last night when the fire that tore through his Beloit apartment complex began.
One of my friends actually knocked on my window and let me know that the balcony was on fire in the front.
Having to think on his feet, he did the only thing he could think to do.
First it was to get the kids, get my family.
Last night around 10 p.m., the fire spread from one outdoor balcony all throughout the building. More than a dozen units from Beloit, Rockford, and Janesville responded to the fire. Firefighters say because of the structure of the building, it was difficult to put out safely. Now, they're trying to figure out how it started.
They're trying to put all the pieces to the puzzle together right now, talking to people that live there, what they did last, and just kind of putting all those pieces of the puzzle back together.
In the meantime, Brandon and his family have now spent the last 24 hours outside of their home. They have a 7-year-old daughter and a 3-month-old son.
We could have left a long time ago, but some just keeping us right here for some reason. I don't know.
Because the thought of losing everything still doesn't feel quite real.
It doesn't feel real, man. I feel like we could just go in the house, but we can't, man. We started from scratch, man. It really hurts.
And said his biggest need right now is baby clothes. Again, he has a 3-month-old son. And if you want to help Brandon, his family, or any of the other people that have been impacted, you can actually go to our website, channel3000.com. There's a link on how to get in contact with them.
All right, Adam Duxter reporting for us. Thank you, Adam. Madison police are searching for a man involved in a robbery near a popular grocery store. Police say it happened on Schrader Road near Woodman's around 10:45 last night. A woman was opening the trunk of her car when police say a man grabbed her and threw her to the ground. They fought over her purse before he got a hold of some of the items. When the woman left for help, the man also allegedly tried stealing her car. He's described as a black man, 20 to 25 years old, 5'7" or 5'8", with short ear length breeds. Police are asking anyone with information to call them or Madison area Crime Stoppers. Verona police say they've arrested 4 teens after a chase through the Verona area Friday. 18-year-old Dorian Watkins and 3 16-year-olds were taken into custody. Police say a Madison man saw his stolen car on the Beltline and followed it while calling 911. However, he lost sight of it. Then it was seen at a quick trip on Highway PB in Verona, and when officials tried to pull it over, the teens took off. Officials were able to catch them when they ran out of gas. New at 10, a man who allegedly plotted a mass shooting in downtown Milwaukee is out of prison until trial. Sammy Hamza was arrested in 2016 on 2 counts of possessing a machine gun and 1 count of possessing a silencer, which he bought from an undercover FBI agent. Prosecutors say he was trying to kill at least 30 people at a Masonic center to, quote, defend Islam. However, his lawyer says he only wanted a legal handgun to protect himself. A federal judge ruled Hamza must be released from prison until his trial next month. He'll have GPS monitoring and is confined to a home. Well, let's switch it over to weather now. Dave Caulfield in with our first forecast. Hi there, Dave.
Hey, Keely, another nice night tonight with temperatures falling into the upper 50s by the time we get into tomorrow morning. Doppler track showing any showers well off to the north. We had a couple of blips trying to form into full-fledged sprinkles or showers. Unsuccessfully, though. Not enough humidity in the air. A little bit more humidity tonight, but not bad. Still comfortable downtown Madison. Look at that beautiful shot of the moon on the left and the beautiful Capitol right center stage. Currently at 65 degrees, mostly clear skies, southwest wind at 5 miles per hour. Temperatures are in the mid 60s for the most part, a little bit farther north already into the mid 50s. Dew points in the 50s and low 60s. Still tolerable, still comfortable for this time of year. Your day planner into tomorrow starting off in the upper 50s and we'll make it to highs once again in the mid to upper 70s. Another chance for some showers and storms. We'll go over that possibility, plus talk about temperatures staying seasonally cool into next week in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Dave. The Carr wildfire has claimed 5 lives in Northern California. 3 members of one family were the latest victims. Officials say the fire has doubled in size and is still growing. At least 80,000 acres are now covered in wildfires and burning across the state. Homeowners vowed to stay as long as possible.
Check it every once in a while and take a look to see if I can see anything active going on.
Low humidity and dry conditions have made the situation worse. Meanwhile, the National Transportation and Safety Board completed their initial review of surveillance video recovered from the duck boat. The recording indicates that waters initially appeared calm. Roughly 5 minutes later, though, winds rapidly picked up. The inward-facing video recording ended at around 7:08 p.m. while the boat was still on the surface. Authorities say no conclusions about why the boat sank should be made from this preliminary information. We're just 3 months away from the midterm elections, and President Trump is promising to do everything he can to keep the Republican majority in the House and the Senate. But his efforts may run into a roadblock because of the Russia investigation. Mola Langi is in New Jersey with more.
Arriving for a weekend at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey, the president was riding a bit of an economic high. On Friday, he touted 4.1% economic growth in the second quarter.
We've accomplished an economic turnaround of historic proportions.
Tomorrow marks 100 days until the midterm elections, and the president is hoping a strong economy will translate into a strong showing for GOP candidates this fall. On Fox News' Sean Hannity's radio show, President Trump revealed his plans to hit the campaign trail for Republicans competing in the hottest races in the country.
I am going to work very hard. I'll go 6 or 7 days a week.
Former White House advisor Steve Bannon also told Hannity the midterms will be the beginning of President Trump's 2020 re-election campaign.
This is going to be an up or down vote. It's a referendum on the Trump presidency.
But the president will also bring some baggage to the trail. An intensifying investigation into Russia's 2016 election meddling, in which Michael Cohen, the president's former fixer, appears ready to cooperate with special counsel Robert Mueller. He has accused Mr. Trump of knowing in advance about a 2016 Trump Tower meeting involving Donald Trump Jr. and several Russians. Claims President Trump denies. The president is scheduled to return to Washington tomorrow. When he departed yesterday, he avoided questions about Michael Cohen, questions he'll very likely have to face on Monday at a press conference when he hosts the Prime Minister of Italy at the White House. Mola Langi, CBS News, Berkeley Heights, New Jersey.
Microsoft says Russia has already targeted at least 3 campaigns in the upcoming midterm elections. Facing growing criticism that President Trump hasn't focused enough on the election cybersecurity threat from Russia, the president met with his national security team in the White House Situation Room to discuss election interference. So far, though, the administration is vague on the details.
Just rest assured there are actions underway to protect our elections or to expose any external efforts to influence the American public, to show false news, that sort of thing.
A senior Microsoft executive confirmed that 3 2018 candidates have been targeted by the same group of Russian intelligence operatives who targeted Democrats in 2016. A child advocacy organization says it's concerned that Wisconsin won't get its fair share of federal aid. That's because of potential undercounting of the number of children in the state during the 2020 census. Kids Forward Executive Director Ken Taylor tells Wisconsin Public Radio that young kids and kids of color are most likely to be undercounted. The Census Bureau says that can happen in areas that are harder to count or if there's a language barrier. A George Washington University study found that states lose about $1,500 for every person not counted. A product manufactured right here in Wisconsin may be contaminated with salmonella. Associated Milk Producers Incorporated is recalling some of its dry whey powder produced at a plant in Blair, Wisconsin. The powder is not sold directly to consumers, but is used as an ingredient in some foods. The company says all of its products have tested negative for salmonella so far, but it's issuing the recall as a precaution. The company has not said how many food products could be affected, but Ritz Crackers and Pepperidge Farm have recalled some of their products due to possible contamination. The Tour de France may be going on an ocean away, but the American Diabetes Association is bringing the Tour de Cure to Madison today. Bikers of all ages participated in rides from 4 miles all the way to 63 miles long. Walkers and runners also were able to complete a 5K. The Tour de Cure is the American Diabetes Association's only major fundraiser of the year. Organizers say that most of the money goes to camps for children suffering from diabetes, where it can make an incredible difference.
Oftentimes, when you're living with a chronic illness, you kind of feel like you're all alone. People don't understand. That's a place where they can go and really just feel a part of a community, which is awesome. That gets supported here, as well as our research.
Organizers say over 200 people registered for the event. A UW-Madison professor is taking a bike ride to raise awareness about the continued struggle to restore power to Puerto Rico after last year's hurricane. Engineering professor Jim Tinjum is working with a group of students to install solar panels at a nonprofit shelter for kids who have been abused. To help pay for those solar panels and raise awareness for the project, Tinjum left this morning for a 1,200-mile bike ride, visiting 50 solar energy sites across 4 states. At the beginning of the summer, there were still 11,000 customers without power in Puerto Rico, 8 months after Hurricane Maria. If you'd like to donate to the project, you can do so at solarparaninos.com. It's Wisconsin's largest transplant gathering, and it happened in Madison tonight.
3, 2, 1,
The Capital City Run Walk brings transplant recipients, living donors, and donor families together in a celebration of life. Capital City features a 5K run, walk, and 1-mile walk. It's also meant to create awareness about donating, especially when it comes to kidneys.
Right now, today, here in Wisconsin, there are about 2,300 people waiting for some kind of life-saving organ, but of those 2,300, over 1,800 are waiting for kidneys.
The National Kidney Foundation of Wisconsin has been serving the state for 50 years. Local artists of all kinds were shooting for the stars today at the Janesville Talent Search. The Overture Center's Rising Star Talent Search could win performers time on the venue's stage during the 2018-19 season, as well as cash prizes. Participants showed off talents ranging from singing to dance and even baton twirling. Organizers say the event is an opportunity to bring artists of different disciplines together. Coming up next on News 3 at 10, a festival is celebrating all things fire. We'll take you there when News 3 continues. Welcome back. An event in Middleton today is raising money for the fire department there. The fire department block party features a packed lineup of live music and activities along with fire truck rides. It's all to raise money and equipment and help firefighters be as prepared as possible during an emergency situation. Another festival is educating the public about things created by fire, heat, and smoke. It's the Midwest Fire Fest in Cambridge. It holds live metal, iron, knife, and glass demos. It also features food, music, pottery, and even performances from fire dancers. The festival continues tomorrow. A ceremony honoring a new mural on an Atwood neighborhood church was held today. Trinity Lutheran Church unveiled the mural, which is called The Journey to New Beginning. It's meant to symbolize the diversity and welcoming attitude of not only the church, but of the surrounding community. According to the church's pastor, keeping the art accessible to all was key.
Well, we really hope that people are on their own journeys to a new beginning and that whatever they see here is the right thing to see. We also hope that it says this is what's on the outside, it's also what's on the inside. So if people are looking for a place where they will feel welcome, this is a place for them.
The church will also be blessing the mural after services tomorrow. Community members at St. Denis Parish today gathered for its 62nd annual festival. Attendees were treated to food, fun, and games on the parish's grounds. Tickets and food sales go to keeping St. Denis's services and school running. Though the festival helps with fundraising, organizers say it's more about creating clean, affordable family fun.
Such a great festival. It's one of the only festivals you can still go and take $20, feed the whole family, and go home with money.
Organizers say that putting on their largest fundraiser of the year is a big task, but bringing the neighbors together is worth the effort. And turning it over to Dave Caulfield now, very beautiful day for all kinds of events like that.
Oh yeah, I was at the festival earlier this afternoon. It was so nice and we didn't have to worry about any rain showers today. That could be the case tomorrow, but also a couple more pop-up showers and thunderstorms are possible because we have this disturbance in the upper levels of the atmosphere that's actually causing that severe weather across portions of Nebraska and Kansas. That will kind of swing around in our direction over the next few days. And while we're waiting for that, some pop-up showers and thunderstorms could come our way on Sunday and for Monday as well. But for tonight, I think we'll just be partly cloudy again with lows dropping into the upper 50s. Downtown Madison on the Edgewater Skycam, a beautiful shot of mostly clear skies and partly cloudy skies across some other spots. You can see the moon right above the almanac there. Today's high of 79, just below average for this time of year of 81. And speaking of things in the sky, how about Mars? Mars is actually going to be closest to the Earth, the closest it's been since 2003, so 15 years ago. On July 31st, it gets brighter and brighter in the sky, in the southern sky, and it will be around for a while into next year, technically, but it will be this bright for the next couple of weeks. So the best viewing a few hours after sunset, I would say about in the 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. time frame. Actually twice as bright as Jupiter right now, which is quite the celestial feat, if you ask me. High temperature trend for the week ahead. Temperatures staying in the upper 70s and low 80s. I do think we make a run at the mid 80s by the middle of next week. High temperatures for today, right around that same territory, upper 70s and low 80s, 79 in Madison, 76 in Juneau, and 82 in Boscobel. Temperatures quite a bit cooler than that right now. Not too many clouds still around. 65 in Madison, 64 in Janesville, and 61 in the Dells. Dew points in the mid 50s and low 60s. So a little bit more humid, but definitely still tolerable. Wind speeds basically down to nada for a lot of us. High pressure at the surface kind of weakening over the next couple of days. And this low pressure system I mentioned going to really swing around, kind of hook into portions of southern Wisconsin and into the Midwest, bringing us some slight rain chances over the next couple of days. Partly cloudy and comfortable for tonight. Temperatures in the 50s. Tomorrow we're in the upper 70s once again. Partly sunny with a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm late. You'll need to keep the umbrella at the ready over the next couple of days. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s and low 80s across southern Wisconsin. Basically pretty similar weather over the next few days. So we're going to have to get used to those pop-up rain chances. Well, possibly popping up over the next couple of days. Your 7-day forecast. showing better rain chances on the way for Wednesday and Thursday after a cold front comes through. Then I do think we're dry on Friday before next weekend. You guessed it, more rain and thunderstorm chances with temperatures in the mid and low 80s.
Looks pretty good. Thank you so much, Dave. Well, we have breaking news tonight. The Fort Atkinson Police Department has issued an endangered missing persons alert. Police say Hui Zhu was last seen on Monday driving a white 2015 Ford F-150. Police say he left with his 3 children against the wishes of their mother and has not been seen since. You're asked to call police if you have any information about Zhu's whereabouts. Well, the race of the NL Central getting tight at the top. We'll show you how the Brewers are doing it tonight.
Well, the Brewers getting former All-Star and Kansas City Royal Mike Moustakas in exchange for outfielder Brett Phillips and pitcher Jorge Lopez, both in the minors. The 29-year-old Moustakas batting .249 right now, plays third. Travis Shaw making his first career start at second base tonight to adjust accordingly. Brewers getting off to a quick start in this one. Second inning, Eric Kratz drops one into no man's land there in right field. Eric Thames scores 1-0 Brew Crew. 3 batters later, Christian Yelich, he'll go to right as well. Kratz and Orlando Arcia coming home. Yelich, though, going for second base, but doesn't really get there in time. 3-0 Brewers, though. But he does redeem himself in the 5th solo shot out of AT&T Park. 5-0 Brewers. Right now, they lead 7-1 in the 8th inning. Packers antsy now after almost 7 months of no football. So today, day 1 of training camp with pads. Well, a lot of guys just ready to get that out there and hit someone. During camp today, Josh Jones and Jimmy Graham reportedly getting into it and had to be physically separated. But according to veteran Packers like Mike Daniels, it's all part of the game. No big deal.
I think that's necessary to have that productive conflict, because this is a game of conflicts. And if you can do it against your teammates, then we know you're definitely going to have some bite to you when you go against the other team. So, it's never any hard feelings, no love lost. We just understand that's the nature of the game. It's a competitive game, it's a violent game, it's a physical game, and tempers will get flared when you have people hitting each other. It's just what's going to happen.
Well, it's been a record-breaking few days at the Monona Community Pool. On day 1 of the 57th annual Madison All-City Swim Meet, 6 swimmers broke records. And today, on the final day of competition, no different. Couldn't have asked for better weather, though. Lots of fans filling the stands today. We just start with the boys 9 and 10 breaststroke final. Samuel Wolf from the Middleton Gators breaking 2 records, both the Monona Pool one and the All-City Records one, with a time of 37:18. And next up in the girls 13 and 14 breaststroke final, Evelyn Larson, representing for Shorewood Hills, touches the wall first to break the pool record with a time of 1:13:49. And what a day for Jenna Silvestri from Nakoma. She breaks the pool record in the women's 15 and 19 100-meter breaststroke, and on her birthday nonetheless. And last but not least, Eric Storms from Monona breaking the pool and all-city records in his home pool in the 100-meter breaststroke in his age group with a time of 1:05:27. Here are your final team results. Middleton Gators taking the top spot, followed by Ridgewood, Monona, Seminole, and Shorewood Hills. High Point Pirates, they round out the top 6. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Not too much to complain about in the forecast.
No, just a couple of slight shower and thunderstorm chances tomorrow, especially in the afternoon and evening. Pretty similar to today, but maybe a couple more showers and thunderstorms forming. Temperatures will start off in the 50s, make it into the upper 70s. We'll be right around 80 degrees over the next couple of days.
All right, looks good. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.